What's good, brother? So listen, here's the deal. There's got to be certain things in your life that as you grow and as you desire more in life and as you're trying to get to new levels, you have to follow different rules. And a lot of times we don't understand what rules we're following. We don't understand what barriers have to be broken down in order for us to get success. In today's video, we're going to talk about the 4 things that you need to be able to move forward in your life, to make the breakthroughs that you need, and the things that will change your life. When you're having a bad season, when you're having a bad day, when you're having a bad year, these are the 4 things that you need to have. Now, I picked these up a while back from Jim Rohn, one of the most amazing personal development coaches that ever lived. This is the GOAT. These are the notes from the GOAT. So let's talk about it, and we got to get this workout in. 5, 9. Point number 1, you got to have disgust, man. You can't be just going through life and just being okay with the way that things currently are. You have to come to a day of actual disgust, right? You have to be so disgusted, so turned off by what it is that's going on in your life, so mad at what you've allowed to take place in your life that your potential is just being used up in different ways that are just not even the ways that you want it to be. You're putting energy into things that are just not worth your energy. You have to have that day of disgust and just be so upset and mad at that, because that's going to drive you forward, right? That's going to want you, it's going to cause you to want to change. It's going to cause you to want to make the changes that are necessary to be able to do the things that you want to do, chasing your goals, your ambitions, and building an empire and doing all these things, raising your kids, all this stuff. You have to have your day of disgust. So rule number 1, be disgusted. Point number 2, you have to decide. A lot of men out there just don't decide. You'd be surprised on how many people sit on goals and dreams and things that they need to make a choice on, and they need to decide one way or the other. But it is like the era, I swear, it is the era of the double-minded person. You can't say you want to do something and then not decide to actually do it. Because once you actually decide, you start to make the actions and take the actions that get you the result. But a lot of people just stay stagnant. A lot of people just stay in the same place that they've been for so many years, and they never make a real true decision to commit to something. That's probably another issue that is going on in this world that it just has me dumbfounded, is that so many people can't decide one way or the other, right? It's like this wishy-washy culture that we're living in, because you can have whatever you want and do whatever you want. It's just be wishy-washy, and just one day you're feeling this, okay, do that. One day you're feeling this, okay, do that. No, you have to decide. I'm going to take this journey and I'm going to stick it all the way through, no matter what, through the thick and thin, through all of the ups and downs, through the good and through the bad. You have to decide. So make sure that today is that day. Make sure that today is the day that you actually are going to do something with that decision. Yeah, you've thought about it. You've contemplated. You've had plenty of time. You have plenty of years. You've been sitting there thinking I should get in shape, or I should do this thing. I should be more pleasant with my wife. I should be more pleasant with my kids. I should do these things, but I don't know, man. I just feel like this and this and this, and you get in your feelings. Stop getting in your feelings, decide, and move forward. So there's a benefit that comes from pain. And that benefit is that it creates a certain amount of desire for change. You want to change the way things are. You want to change the way that your body feels. You want to change the way it looks. You want to change your finances. You want to change these things. And those come from pain, right? The desire comes from the pain, from having gone through it. And so rule number 3, or point number 3, is you need to have desire. If you don't have an insurmountable desire to change, if you don't have an insurmountable desire to raise your kids the best way that you possibly can, to go after the finances that you want, to go and build the business that you want, if you don't have any desire, my friend, you're not going to get anywhere, man. Come on, bro. You have to have enough desire inside you that's just boiling up. It's getting you up early in the morning, keeping you up late at night, and making you get excited about life, and giving you the possibilities inside of your mind, and allowing you to be creative during those times that you need to be creative. One of the things that I always keep in mind is that the pain of doing the actual thing, of doing the workout, of building the business, of making the phone calls and doing all those things, that pain is far outweighed by the pain of not doing it. What do I mean by that? What I mean is if I don't do it, guess what's going to happen, man? I'm never going to build a legacy. I'm not going to build the body that I want. I'm not going to look great. I'm going to be out of shape. I'm going to be full of anxiety over those things. I'm not going to have the money that I desire. I'm not going to have these things to be able to provide for my family. I'm not going to feel like a full-blown man in the way that I'm supposed to. I'm not going to have my full potential. I'm not going to have my full masculinity. Like, those things are way more painful than actually going and doing the workout, building the business, and doing the thing. So you have to have desire. And if you're struggling for desire, if you find yourself low on motivation, seek it out in your pain. Number 4, you got to have resolve. You have to have resolve in your mind that you're going to do this thing, you're going to execute, you are going to make the changes that are necessary, you're going to go the places that you need to go, you need to say the things you need to say, you need to become the person that you need to become, or die. Period. It's just as simple as that. Because what actually happens if you don't achieve those things is a whole lot more pain. It's a whole lot more pain than actually doing the things that you're supposed to do. It's a whole lot more pain knowing that you never reached your potential, knowing that you never achieved anything that you really thought was worthwhile, knowing that you never left your mark on this planet. You have to have that resolve. If you don't have that resolve, you will slowly start to die as a man from the inside out. Listen, these 4 components are going to be 4 cornerstones of your life that if you could take and you could put and you could apply to your life, you're going to take off in massive ways. You're going to take off in ways that you can't even fathom right now. You can't wrap your mind around it because it's things that are new to you. It's things that are, these concepts are things that, like, maybe you applied 1 or 2 of them, or maybe you've never done any of them. But the idea is to build somebody that you can look back and be proud at, to build somebody that you can look back and say, I did that. To fulfill your role as a man, to be a provider and a protector, to fulfill your role as a human being that you, my friend, you have built. You have to understand that these concepts will change your life. They'll change your life. If you like the video, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button because we're trying to build up this channel. Drop me a comment and tell me what was the one gem in the video that helped you out the most. What is the one thing that you're most excited about applying into your life? This is Coach C. Keep evolving.